Are you thinking about moving to Central Florida, but you're not quite sure where you'll fit in best? Well, in this video, I'm going to break down 4 suburbs in Orlando, Florida, and the lifestyles that they offer so that you can find your perfect match. And remember, this is only 4 suburbs. I'll give some bonus suburbs at the very end, but Orlando, Florida, the Central Florida area offers so much in terms of lifestyle. And I hope in this video, you'll catch a glimpse of just that. So I had someone ask me the question recently, Andrew, if you could live anywhere in Central Florida, like price wasn't an issue or anything like that, where would you live? What would your house look like? And I said I would live in downtown Winter Garden, and specifically in these like 3-story luxury townhomes that are in downtown Winter Garden. I mean, it's beautiful. It is my favorite place to hang out in all of Central Florida. And actually, first on the list is Winter Garden. If you're looking for a charming place to live that is very family friendly, then Winter Garden, Florida is just a great option for you. It has an amazing historic downtown with very walkable streets and a bunch of restaurants, coffee shops, and different stores to walk right into. They have a really awesome farmers market every single Saturday, and they always have some kind of event going on, and it's a ton of fun. My wife and I, we drive down there all the time just to hang out, go to one of our favorite coffee shops, write, read. You know, it's just a chill place to hang out, and it's free until you go buy something. Parking's free too, which is very fun. And like I said, it's a very family-friendly area. You always see families hanging out in the downtown area, and they just have a bunch of great and highly rated schools in that suburb. When it comes to home, it's a mix between resale and new construction. What a lot of people are doing when you get closer to the downtown area is they're buying up homes that are maybe older, outdated, tearing those down and building something brand new. There's also just a bunch of new construction communities that have popped up in that area. So you get that nice mix of established and new construction. If you're looking to buy a home in Winter Garden, Florida, I would come with a minimum of around $500,000. There are other things available for less than that, like some townhomes, but typically, the homes, the new construction homes, are going to be $500,000 and up from there, some even reaching up into the millions. It definitely creeps up there in terms of price, but what it has to offer is really unmatched in Central Florida. Next on the list, we're going a little further south, just under Winter Garden, Florida, into Horizon West, which is actually where I call home, so I might be a little biased. Now, what do you focus on if you're thinking about Horizon West, Florida? And it's this. It's probably the best area in terms of growth in the Central Florida area. There's so much new construction happening here. I mean, where my wife and I live, there are a ton of builders building all around us constantly, and it's just flourishing out there in terms of that growth and new construction. So if you're someone who's looking for something that's not completed yet, but it is on that path of growth and it's just surrounded by new developments and things like that, then Horizon West is definitely for you. Things like master planned neighborhoods like Hamlin, which is actually where I live, beautiful downtown area. There's also Winding Bay, Waterley. Waterley is an amazing new construction community. I've done a couple videos on it on this channel, so make sure to check those out. It's resort style, master plan, so you got schools inside of the community, shopping centers just around the corner, and having a ton of future development down the line is just going to increase value of homes in that area, which is very exciting for people who are buying there right now and have already bought. There's also just incredible schools in the area. It's very highly rated in terms of schools. Orange County Public Schools. If you're interested in looking them up, Horizon West High School is the major high school in that area. There's also some private schools if that's more your speed. Horizon West is ideal for buyers who are looking for modern amenities, more modern homes that haven't been either lived in at all or, you know, slightly lived in. Another thing that's popular about Horizon West, Florida is that it's super close to Disney. A ton of Disney employees live in Horizon West, Florida. It's about, depending on where you are in Horizon West, a 15 or so minute drive to Disney property, sometimes less if you're in like further south in Horizon West. And other major job outlets are very close. The roads there are great. We have the 429 that runs right through the middle of Horizon West, which gives you easy access to the rest of Central Florida. Homes, there's a lot of townhomes in Horizon West, Florida, which make it a little more accessible for like first-time home buyers or brand new families, maybe newlyweds. And those are gonna be starting around $450,000 and going up from there. You might be able to find one a little bit less expensive than that, but afterwards, single-family homes, $500,000, $600,000, $700,000, just depends on what you're looking for, but it definitely is on that higher end, you know, above average home price in Central Florida. So just keep that in mind if you're interested about Horizon West. And I've done done videos on Hamlin and other parts of Horizon West Florida, certain communities. So if you're interested, comment down below. I'll send you the link to one of those videos. Next is for those of you who have a little bit of money to spend. You know, you got a little more money than the average Joe, and you want kind of like exclusivity and privacy. Then this next one is absolutely for you, and that is Windermere, Florida. I'm talking $1 million plus lakefront communities, gated communities. If you're looking for, you know, I want to have celebrity neighbors. I want to have a huge lot. I want to have a huge custom home on a lake in a private community. Windermere is definitely the place for you. They have one of the highest average selling price points in the Central Florida area, if not the highest. And I mean, that's where all the major, like the largest homes sell in this area. There's some massive, expensive mansions. I mean, $1 million will get you a basic home in Windermere, and then after that, you're looking at multi-million-dollar mansions on the Butler chain of lakes right there in Windermere, Florida. It's really exclusive, really upscale. You get that old Florida charm, and a lot of people like that. Their downtown area is really small, really cute, and they really focus on maintaining that sense of like small town feel. So they don't let a bunch of like major developers come in and build a bunch of stuff in that area. They also have a farmer's market every Friday. Really strong resale value in this area, and again, like I said, just exclusivity. It's also zoned for great schools and has a lower density than some other Central Florida suburbs. So that's just something to keep in mind. Windermere, Florida, I'm thinking more expensive homes, you know, upper echelon of homes, custom, gated communities, a little more private, larger lots, lakefront properties, charming downtown area. Now, if your priority is space and value, then you're gonna wanna consider Claremont, Florida. Claremont, Florida is known for its rolling hills and its lake views. If you've ever been to like Tuscany, Italy, it's not quite to that level, but in terms of Florida geography, Claremont, it has hills. It's got rolling hills, it's not flat. The tallest point of Florida is in Claremont. So sometimes when you're driving through there, it doesn't look like Florida at all until you get out of your car and it's blazing hot, and then you realize, oh, I'm in Florida. You're gonna get more square footage for your dollar in Claremont than in any of the areas that I've mentioned before. It also has growing 55 up communities and family communities, which is something to keep in mind. Claremont, Florida is absolutely in the path of growth, and it's starting to get treated kind of like future Winter Garden Horizon West, where there's a lot of that older homes, kind of like in Winter Garden, you have the older and then you're mixing in the new, like in Horizon West. So it's just something to keep in mind. They do have opportunities for older, more established homes and communities, but also a ton of new construction communities down the Highway 27. So if you want a quieter lifestyle, closer to nature, in an area that is established, but also has a ton of awesome development on the way, with a historic downtown, Claremont, Florida is probably for you. If you haven't realized yet, guys, all of these suburbs are in West Orlando. So if you want a video of suburbs in East Orlando that are very popular and why you should move there, make sure to comment that down below. So here's a couple bonus mentions. First bonus mention is Dr. Phillips, Florida. Dr. Phillips, Florida is east of Windermere, and some popular communities are like Bay Hills, Sand Lake Hills. There's a bunch of Bay Lakes. There's a lot of Bay is all over the place in the Dr. Phillips area. What it's very popular for is its location. It really can't be beat. You're 15 minutes away from Disney World. Universal borders Dr. Phillips, so it's right around the corner. They also have some great schools in the area. And when it comes to restaurants, it can't be beat. You go down Restaurant Row and everything you could imagine is there. Taco places, Peruvian places, burger spots, Japanese places, you know, whatever type of food. You're in Chipotle, Chick-fil-A, McDonald's. It's all right there, Restaurant Row, down that road. On both sides of the road, you got Publix's, and just tons of restaurants. It's where you go if you're looking for a good place to eat. The next bonus mentions are Ocoee and Gotha. These are much smaller suburbs. They're very established in those areas, and their downtowns don't have that much going on, but they're getting revamped. There's a lot of things coming to those areas, and the beautiful thing about them is they're more affordable. In Gotha and Ocoee, homes are a little more affordable than the surrounding areas, and you have great access to Windermere, Winter Garden, Horizon West, and even Dr. Phillips. So Those are kind of like in between all four, three of the major areas that we've mentioned in this video. So there's something to consider. If you're looking for a little bit more affordability, Ocoee's a great option with a lot of really cool development on the way, and same with Gotha. So your lifestyle, guys, is super, super important when it comes to picking a home and like a suburb in Central Florida. Central Florida has a ton of suburbs that all offer very different things, and everything I've talked about is West Orlando. There's a bunch still in West Orlando that I didn't even touch, and even more over in East Orlando that I didn't talk about at all. So if you're kind of like, your lifestyle, but you need a little bit of help picking the best suburb for you, make sure to give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I'd be more than happy to help you make your move to the Central Florida area go as smoothly as possible. My name is Andrew Sweet. I am your Orlando realtor. Make sure to like, subscribe, and press that notification bell. And guys, if you have a friend or a family member or someone you know who is considering moving to Orlando, or maybe they're trying to make that move happen right now, they're looking for the best place to live, they've got their finances figured out, or they're working on it, send them my way. I would absolutely love to help out anyone you know and you find the perfect place here in Central Florida. Make sure to stay just a little bit longer. I have some really good news that I want to share with you. All right, guys, at the end of all my videos, I like to share a little bit of good news. I'm a Christian, I'm a follower of Jesus, and in this video, I'm just going to be reading right out of Scripture. We're going to be reading Matthew chapter 11, verse 28 through 29. So just a quick reading. And here we go. And this is the words of Jesus. Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. Jesus is so beautiful. All of his words are beautiful. It's just so uplifting to hear that the creator of the universe loves me and has love for his creation. If you don't know Jesus, I just ask you to be curious about him. And if you do know him, then guys, dig deeper in your relationship with him. If you're a follower of Jesus, come on, like there's nothing more important than digging deep and being close and in tight and deep relationship with our creator, with our God, with our Savior. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one. If you liked this video, you'll probably like this one too, so check this one out next.